Hello everyone, my name is Cesar Pena, Director of Sales with Rubicon Mortgage Fund.
Yeah, I'm Casey Hopkins. I'm a Senior Loan Officer with Rubicon Mortgage Fund. We are a direct lender, and so we like to use the discretion as to how our capital is deployed. So for that reason, we don't use an appraisal. It saves a lot of time, saves a lot of money. And we use, CoStar, LoopNet, and kind of do our own internal valuation. We're also really wrapped in with the commercial real estate brokers and residential as well. So we kind of, between those two sources, kind of use those to put our own valuation together.
So if you're not 100% confident about the valuation you came up with, or it's a little bit iffy, then you'll go to the brokers and get their opinion on that.
Exactly, yeah. We're short term, so, what could we liquidate this for in a couple of months? What could we lease it for if we had to? And
if you had to take back the property.
Exactly,
sure.
right.
And then since you only lend in mostly Northern California, do you drive to every property?
Absolutely. We want to feel it, we want to touch it, we want to smell it, we want to be present, make sure that everything is shown online, checks out in person. So it's something that this is something we tell our investors, all of our investors, that we will go out to the property, we will make sure that everything checks out.
So whether it's a residential investment deal or a big commercial property, you're going out to the property no matter what?
No matter what, we'll be there.
Okay.
If it's in Southern California or in Tahoe, we're going to be there for
and
sure.
How long is it before, or let's say when someone signs a term sheet and they say, yeah, let's do this, how fast are you out there at the property?
Within a couple of days, I would say 2-3 days. It depends. If it signs up on a Friday afternoon, then we'll probably get there Tuesday or Wednesday, but it's done quickly.
And is there one particular person in the company that does all the site visits?
Yes, it would be Vance Hillstrom.
The principal?
The principal.
So the fund manager, the principal of the
Yeah.
company is the one that goes out there and...
Yes.
Okay.
And so whoever originates the loan, whether it's Casey, she'll tag along. Or it's myself, I'll tag along.
Okay,
so whoever.
So you'll go along with them.
Yes.
But that's interesting. So it makes sense because the fund manager, he manages that money. He's, he's on the line for it. So so to speak. So
Exactly.
that's great.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And are there any complications you run into when you do these in-person site visits where, let's say it's a tenant-occupied house, or let's say it's a small motel, and how do you navigate that?
Well, if it's occupied by a tenant, then we'll give a couple hours notice, 24, 25, let's say 3-day notice or something like that. And by that time, they're willing to let us in, walk the property, make sure area is aware that we're going to be there. We've never had an issue in 15 years to get into a property. And I'm pretty sure the borrower that's applying for the loan will want us to get into the property to make sure that they're getting a good deal on the transaction.
Well, have you ever had a borrower that says, no, actually, I don't want you to come to the property. Can we just do this offline or do this remote?
Never have. That's a huge red flag. We want to make sure that the property is what it's represented as, and that we don't lend on cannabis facilities. So we want to make sure that's obviously there's no green in the building, and basically we just want to make sure everything's as it's represented to us, basically.
Okay.
So.
And then now what if it's a situation where it's a cross-collateral and you have 2 or 3 different properties involved in the deal? You have to travel to every single one of them, right?
Yes, we will go to every single one of them.
Okay.
Yes. We'll start off with the main collateral, and then we'll branch off and go to the next one.
Okay. Nice.
But all done within the same day.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. And so the types of properties that you lend on, it's a wide variety of commercial, right? It's not just the core commercial. So it could be a motel. It could be what are some of the other unique properties that you've had to lend on?
So right now we're working on a loan on a marina outside Stockton.
Okay.
We've done some mobile home parks, and then we'll do your typical multifamily, industrial, retail, kind of the full gamut of commercial real estate.
I'd like to point out we do gas stations as well.
Yeah.
We've done a couple of those. One in Belmont, it was a huge ground-up construction.
Yeah.
We did that, and then of course, done in Southern California, we've done a couple as well. So we'll lend throughout California. About 80% of our business is in the Bay Area, and 20% is pretty spread out, 10% being in LA, and 10% up to Tahoe and further up.
Excellent.
So.
Yeah, and gas stations, I forgot about. That's one unique product or
Yep.
one property type that most lenders
Yeah.
won't touch. So
We're one of the few. Yes,
comfortable with
yes.
that.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. So if anyone's got a loan request in Northern California or some in Southern, check out Rubicon Mortgage Fund. Reach out to Cesar or Casey, and thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us on.
Yeah, thank
All right,
you.
Cheers.